Hi, I'm Heather So. I've been an occupational therapist for almost 20 years. I'm a bereaved mother and I've just completed my PhD looking at how to integrate spirituality into healthcare. In this series, I'm looking at some of the key things I've learned about how to approach healthcare more holistically. This video has been one of the hardest to approach because I'm going to take a personal look at how you can approach spirituality if you're on a healthcare journey. What can you do? If we're looking at building a framework or language around spirituality in healthcare journeys so that we can approach healthcare holistically, here are 3 things that might help you build your own cup or framework if you're on a healthcare journey. And I'm talking about these 3 things because they're things that helped me when we were going through our journey with our daughter. In October of 2021, my youngest daughter Emily was diagnosed with a rare and aggressive brain tumour, and she was just 4 years old. She received palliative radiotherapy until she passed away at home in May of 2022. And when we went through her healthcare journey, we were filled with shock. Everything was back-to-back hospital appointments, and it was very intensely focused on looking at her symptoms, medications, and the physical aspects of care were definitely at the forefront, which you can understand when there's a cancer diagnosis. But one of the harder things to focus on was the social, emotional, or spiritual aspects of care. They got pushed to the background because her medical condition was just so serious. And so these are some things which I found helpful and you might find helpful if you're going through a healthcare crisis or journey, so that you can tune in holistically to the other aspects of care that might be going on for you and your family. So first of all, I found that keeping a daily journal and having a daily time of self-reflection was helpful for me. So this helped me to tune into what I was observing for both myself and for other members of the family, particularly my daughters, to take in, the questions they were asking, the experiences they were going through, and I guess take account of all the other things that were happening, maybe the help that they needed, the play that they were engaging in, but also the existential questions that they had around facing terminal cancer together within the family. The second thing that I would note is that it can be really difficult to be honest when you need more help. And that would be the second thing that I would build into and expect when you're being self-reflective, is that it's incredibly hard to be honest with yourself when your family needs more help, particularly if the health system's really focusing on the physical aspects of care. It's hard when you need to put up your hand and say, actually, we need other types of help too. So expect that it's hard to be honest, particularly if you're a carer. In this situation, it is hard to put your hand up and say, I need help in this situation too. And so the third thing I would say is expect some awkwardness when you're asking questions around this area. It's a very difficult and often taboo area to talk about, particularly if you're talking about existential questions, facing death, facing suffering, or changes in your identity. These are not easy everyday things to talk about, so it can help to write these questions down before you approach other people with them. But be okay to sit in the awkwardness. Be okay that these are some of the hardest things in life to face, and it's okay that it's messy and hard to handle, but at least you are building a container to hold the social, emotional and spiritual sides of your healthcare journey.